just watch her. You never want to listen to what women say anyway. You just want to pay attention to what they're doing. Pay attention to their actions. Their actions will never lie to you. A lot of guys will complain about mixed messages. Oh, well, she says this, but then she does this. And I'm completely confused here and I don't get it. Well, stop asking her, stop talking to her about it. Start watching what she's doing. Her actions will never lie to you. Okay. If you come home from work and she runs up and jumps into your arms and first thing she wants to do is kiss you, you're doing pretty good. You're doing all right. Okay. You don't need to chase that validation. She's giving it to you freely. All right. But if she's not doing that, like, and she's acting cold and you have to sort of pay attention to that. Be like, okay, something's off. I need to like reevaluate what's been going on lately in the relationship. You don't even have to fucking talk to her about it. They call it the honeymoon phase of a relationship. Like things are really good at first. You guys are both into the newness of each other. Right. And, but typically you guys are doing fun things together. You're going on dates. You're being flirty. You're trying to seduce her. You're doing all this kind of stuff. Right. And then you guys fall into complacency. You stop doing all that kind of stuff. You know, you start failing her tests. You start getting beta-tized. That's what I talk about in the free ebook, She's Made You Weak, right? Like the 5 stages of the beta-tization process. Starts with you failing her tests and then her trying to get you to open up and be more vulnerable. Then she uses that shit against you. She puts you to work. She starts emasculating you. And basically she gets to a point where she's manipulated you so much that she has no more respect for you. And now she's looking for another guy. Right. Well, you have to get yourself back to the beginning of that beta-tization process. A lot of it was you have to get back to being the edgy guy that you were when you first met her, right? So you got to start working out again, right? You want to start working on your physical attractiveness again. You want to remember what your mission is. What's your purpose in life? What are you passionate about? Because what a lot of guys do is they're usually passionate about something. They're working towards something. They're building something, and that's what makes you attractive. And then you get a girl, and now you make her your world. You make her the center of your world. You make your family the center of your world, and you stop focusing on your mission, and you just fall into a state of just going with the flow. I'm paying the bills. You know, everything's good, but at least my family's good, and my family's number one, and all this kind of stuff. And you stop being that attractive guy, right? You don't have that magnetism that pulled them into you. Okay. You got to be that man again. You got to get back to being that guy. Okay. You got to start focusing on your mission. Put yourself first. Sounds terrible, but you got to be your own mental point of origin. Okay. If you become your own mental point of origin and you start focusing on your mission again, right? Everyone else around you tends to benefit when you do that. It's fascinating. It's fascinating how that works. So let's talk about the masculine frame that she wants. Frame is king. Frame is everything. That's why it's Iron Rule of Tomasi #1. That's why I have a dedicated show every Friday for frame. If you guys want to work on your mental frame, tune in on Fridays for sure, right? But your internal world must lead. If you collapse into her emotional roller coaster, you lose leadership and attraction. She wants a guy who's centered, unshakable. Her emotions don't impact him. She can be, up and down. Women can be up 1 minute, 5 minutes later, be completely down. It's because of how much estrogen is running through their body that puts them on this weird emotional roller coaster that they can't control. And they don't want you climbing on that emotional roller coaster with them. They need you to be the rock. It doesn't work the other way around. She can't be your rock. If you start coming to her with all your emotional bullshit, she's going to look at you like you're weak and start losing attraction for you. It doesn't work the other way around. That's what your boys or your coach is for. Okay. So you always have to have give off the perception that you're unshakable, that nothing bothers you. Everything's cool. You got everything handled. Okay. Frame is everything. And you need to have that mental frame, right? You need to believe it yourself. Like, I got everything handled. I set the tone. I lead the relationship. You need to believe that and be congruent with that. Okay. And you can never follow her lead. No, I don't care how much of a boss bitch you think she is, how much of a boss bitch she thinks she is. If you let her influence she can have influence, but she can't set the tone and lead the relationship. You can't let her get in the driver's seat. What do I mean by that? All right. What do I mean by that? I mean, she's a smart woman. There's no reason why you can't take ideas she has under advisement and occasionally go with her ideas. All right. But you have the ultimate say at the end of the day. You know what's best for your vision of the relationship, and you need to go with your gut with everything. Okay. Now, if she does have a better idea, like I said, there's no reason not to go with her idea just because it's my way or the highway. You know what I mean? It's a captain, executive officer type relationship, but it's not equal partners. It's not equal partners. Like it or not, there's only one driver's seat in the car. Okay. That's your job to drive the car. And if you let her get in the driver's seat, she's never going to feel safe and secure, because now she's got to be the man in the relationship, and she never wanted that. And that builds up a lot of resentment on her part. You got to lead her emotionally. Okay. You don't want to just match her mood. You guide her out of it. All right. Be the emotional rock that she can bounce off of without breaking. We talked a lot about this on Friday. This last Friday, we talked about NLP techniques to make her enter your frame, right? Dark NLP techniques, guys. But if she's in a shitty mood, you can sort of mirror her reaction and basically show empathy with, you understand where she's coming from, but then you need to lead her out of it. All right. And I gave a lot of really good examples of how to do that with embedded commands and stuff like that on Friday's episode. The provider versus lover conflict. This is a big thing that guys fall into, and it's the same thing with comfort does not equal desire, right? But don't just become the good provider, right? Women say they want a guy who's a good provider. So a lot of guys go hard on work. They go hard on their career. They go hard on putting food on the table and making sure that the bills are paid, but they stop being her lover. They stop doing the attractive things that got her hooked in the beginning. They stop going on dates. They let her plan all the dates. Oh, if you want to go out on a date, you plan it. You plan it. It's never something that you're trying to do. You're not trying to seduce her. You're not trying to be playful and flirty all the time. You're just you're all business. I'm a provider. I pay the bills. I make sure that the diapers are stocked. Okay. But if you go that far and that's all you provide is you're a wallet that pays the bills, that's all she'll think of you as. Okay. She may stay in that because it's good comfort. Like, I don't have to pay bills or anything like that, but attraction dies. She starts eyeballing the pool boy. She starts eyeballing the milkman. You see what I'm saying?
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe now.